Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Check 50, check 50. Hey, Keaton.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Foles. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he whips that one incomplete there. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Foles. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but... it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And the win last week, punted 4 times as this one's away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Tight, tight, watch left. Tight, tight, watch left. Out. 3, go.
On first down, Carney. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coach was always saying, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Down. 18 Gator.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Derrick Henry. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Only 4 yards on that gain, but, you know, a lot of people would say that's like getting 9 in normal circumstances since this was 1st and 5.
Yeah, now your playbook's wide open here, 2nd and very short.
Yeah, I still don't think that you can count it in the stats that way at contract time.
No, it still goes down as 4, not 9.
Kill.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Patterson. Got a man, it's Brown. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Hey, orbit.
Operating from the gun, Patterson. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Patterson. Ebron caught left side. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now it's Henry. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Patterson, he wants it all for the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Eric Ebron, his first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. That will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. But he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
And
he'll give it here to his running back. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 28.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Titans on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
We got this. At their own 25-yard line.
Ready. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that.
They've got his man complete. That goes for a gain of 31. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. No running room for Zeke on first down as he'll maybe get a yard out of that. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble. 3 first.
They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
Now they try the right side here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. And he's got it. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. They're going to have to do something with him. He was so sensational last week, over 200 yards. AFC Offensive Player of the Week, what do? You hold him?
That's a good start as long as you can get away with it. Otherwise, just giving up penalties and free plays for the offense. But I think you've got to do a combination of things. Chip it.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, Alpha. Ready?
Operating from the gun, Patterson to the right side to Eric Ebron. Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Check line 47. Hey, let's get in them holes.
Speed trip.
They'll run on first down. Carney. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now. He finds Corey Davis. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line.
That's another Titans first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Hey, Echo.
47 Mike.
Looking to throw. Patterson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Watch the backer.
They'll try the left side. Carney. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw here. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's got the hook up with Conley. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. This quarterback now just 3 of 6 throwing it, but that last completion gets a first down.
You draw Corker.
Take 4.
Now back to throw. Looking long for Westbrook. And that's caught inside the 30. Give them 32 on the play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Elliott on first down, going to get this back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react. Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Hey, Sam off! Yo, Cheetah! Be
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And no pitch there, and no chance either, as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
I'm not sure how much I like the idea of my quarterback trying to sneak it in from the 2-yard line. You get those linebackers shooting through, and they can really put a pop on him. And here, he's going to wind up losing yardage.
This is Elliott. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Ezekiel Elliott as the first half is winding down, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Hey, high 7.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Push him back. Push him back. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
From the gun, Patterson uncorks one for Davis. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Come to Wild World. We want it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
The 39-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath. So
now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Yo, go!
6 down! Check 6 down! Check.
Hard! Come! Big rip!
They'll look to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space.
Leo, nice.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Come on, set. 15.
Now a handoff here to his running back. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will tie things at 17 all. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
44, 44, Mike, 44.
2nd and 3. This one caught by Davis. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. And the Titans first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Let's go.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Operating from the gun, Patterson. It's caught by Davis. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Get ready. Get ready.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
3 bucks.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll keep it on the ground. Carney, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Zerline's kick is up and through. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Hey, Haywood. Be careful.
Looking to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Welcome.
They'll keep it on the ground. Carney. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Now Zuerlein on and the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
With it is Jackson. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. 3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So the false start will back them up 5. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Here's Gallman. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Titans on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Mike 50. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Let's go, Mike 50.
From the gun, Patterson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Tried to get that one to Jake Butt, and now it's 2nd down.
Come on, set, 8, read.
Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood.
Ready?
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1 yard. Pick up there, and it'll be 4th down.
A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll keep it on the ground. Carney, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Set 90 Wolf.
So don't say nothing. 47 Mike, 47 Mike, Mike 47. Silver.
Hey, Charlie.
47's the Mike.
Now.
Operating from the gun, Patterson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Carney. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 39 yards there, a big one.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
This is Gallman. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, watch the slant. He's cracked.
X3. 218. Chop it. Hit it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. 25 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, and he's got him in the lead. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
They'll drop the throw. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will shave 1 more off this lead.
36. Jaguars
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Titans are going to recover the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
At the 42-yard line.
Double time, double time. 3 down, 3 down.
5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Carney. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Let's get it.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Now Gorman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Break.
45, check mark 45.
Snap.
They'll run on 1st down. Carney gets by him, and now a little daylight. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This will be taken in at the 1. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Jaguars. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will get them 1 closer. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Titans are going to recover the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. On 1st down, Carney. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd down, Carney. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
61, Matchbox Lights.
They'll keep it on the ground. Carney, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Got it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Hey, Delta.
Back to throw here. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 37. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.